Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wild Things Found Online. I am Vokal the Slug Cat, and we are back yet again with some new Big Toph. So, looks like she went live last night. It's a decent length. Looks like we got us about an hour here. Before we get started, of course, I want to give a big thank you to all of my slug pups and slug cats. Thank you so much for joining the channel. Big thank you to everyone that clicked on this video. Make sure you have subscribed and hit the like button. Highly appreciate it. Helps me out a ton. We got some more fan art in today, so big shout out to October Woods over on Twitter. They sent this over to me over there, and I just love this. Even got Lil Zoomy in there catching a vibe on my head. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Highly appreciate it. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into last night's stream and see what's cooking with our girl Big Toph.
They don't give a fuck if someone betters themselves, so I don't fucking care if people don't hate me or people hate me, because at the end of the day, I just don't give a fuck. They're gonna hate me regardless. They don't care if I'm changing. They don't care about shit. They talk about going to get a fucking job so they could cause me to get fired.
I mean, damn Toph, who pissed in your Wheaties, man? We're just starting the stream off angry. What happened? Did things not go well at the housing meeting? I bet things didn't go well.
The trauma that I've been through, they tell me I'm not allowed to go, or that I shouldn't have trauma. What the fuck? Are you okay? Is you good? Because that sounds like a mental illness problem. That sounds like someone that is crazy telling somebody they're not, that, what is it, about having trauma. Are you okay? Telling someone they can't have no trauma, or why do you have trauma? That's the stupidest question in the world. Saying, oh, you don't have major depression. What the fuck? Society is fucked. We're screwed. If you're worried about what someone's doing, instead of being worried about the air being polluted and other real world issues, then I don't know what to tell you, because we're all fucked. We are. We can't even afford to live, but we're attacking each other, knowing we can't afford to live. Is you cool? Is you good? We can't.
I mean, are you? Because you seem really stressed out today. I don't know what's going on, but you don't seem like you're in a very good mood right off the rip. Like usually at least takes a few minutes for Toph to get to this point, but like we are just jumping in head first with anger.
We all collectively can't afford to live, and you're worried about the wrong stupid shit. Fuck. And we're about to go in World War III. Yes, there are people starving in third world countries, but what does that got to do with people starving here, right? Here's the thing, yes, people are starving in other countries and America is forking over money to them. Why are they giving other countries money to feed their people instead of feeding people here? There are children who are homeless in the streets that are starving. There are children that go to schools that can't afford to pay for their lunches that are starving. You know, that school lunch thing got taken away since Trump came into office. When Obama was in office, his wife made sure that every single child could afford or have a lunch. Now, since Trump is in office, his wife hasn't done shit for nobody except wear stupid-ass statement pieces of jackets and then refuses to hold his hand and discuss because she doesn't want to be with the man, but she ain't doing shit for nobody. I haven't seen the First Lady do nothing for no fucking buddy except sit in the White House and look pretty. That's all the fuck that these people do. They don't give a fuck about Americans or whether or not people can afford to live. Fuck that. Like, seriously. Okay. This is the First Lady, and she can use her power to literally make the world a better place. You know, when open office Michelle put in work, she didn't sit back and be like, oh, I'm going to let him do it. He's like the president. No, the First Lady stepped up. Michelle Obama did more than Melania Trump has ever done. Like, let's be real. And people still be over here emasculating her current man. It's weird. Like, why are you mad? Melania just sits there and looks pretty and looks like she's disgusted to be with that man. Well, then divorce him. You just with him because you want to live in the White House. And then when he's in the White House, what are you going to do? You're going to leave him? It's all an act. Seriously, Americans are fucked. Like I said, we can't afford to live. We can't afford to feed ourselves. You want people to starve? Fucking wrong with you. Like, they take all this money for billions of dollars for wars. They send all this money to other countries to help feed their people. But what about your people in the streets? What about actual veterans that are in the streets that can't afford? Yeah. Missed me with that one. And people don't qualify for food stamps and they gotta starve? Fuck, like, America is screwed. America is screwed. We don't even have free healthcare. And we're sitting here talking about third world countries. Other countries can afford to live. The cost of living is so cheap you could build a house and own it. You don't even gotta pay property taxes. You don't even gotta pay all this extra shit and still don't own your house. Make that make sense? No, I don't actively refuse to get a job. I am
Yeah, you
refusing
do.
to make some other motherfucker money while I can't afford to live. Why am I going to work a job to live in a shelter, you stupid bitch? Do you not understand?
Wow.
Or are you
Okay.
just having a hard time seeing what the world really is? Because I'm tired of explaining it to you because you guys act like there's nothing going on. The world is fucking perfect when it's not.
I mean, no one, like, we're not here to talk about the world and all of the issues in society. That's not why we came to your live, Tophia. We came here to see what you're up to. And yeah, you do actively refuse to work. You know, you can give whatever excuse you want to, but you're refusing to work. And the logic behind that decision is just stupid as hell. But sure, yeah, okay.
Maybe you need to step outside and see what the world is really. Why don't you step outside and ask your local homeless person about being homeless and see what the fuck is going on? Because if you think it is because people don't want to work, or if it's because you think people are on drugs, or they're refusing to accept the programs that help them, then maybe you really need to look within yourself. Go talk to your local homeless people and they'll tell you what the fuck it is, because some of you guys literally sit here and act like you don't know what the fuck it is. You know exactly what the fuck it is. I am so sick and tired. I am not doing it anymore. I'm tired.
Sick and tired of what? You don't do anything. It's like Tophia acts like she's been working in a damn coal mine for the last 20 years and she just can't get a leg up. Like, bro, you don't do anything. You have been sitting around, whether that be in your parents' apartment, the condo, the car, and now the shelter. You've just been sitting there on your phone. So I don't understand what you're tired from, because you're not putting in any type of work.
Tired. How can I sit here and literally talk about consumerism and then be over here helping someone else contribute to being rich off of me and I can't even afford to live? I'm not going to go work a job. I've already said that the place that I'm at does not allow me to work. I am not going to go
A
run to work
lie.
anyways either. Why would I want to go run to work to not be able to afford to live? You explain that shit. You go explain to these apartments and these places that want 3 times the rent why the fuck you don't make 3 times the rent at McDonald's. You stupid idiot. You dumb bitch. Seriously. Some people literally do piss me off
Wow.
because they have no knowledge. Or they do have knowledge. You know what the fuck it is, but you just want to.
Okay, well, like Tophia, if all of us just have no knowledge, then why are we all living a significantly better life than you right now? If you have the game figured out, you got the code cracked, why are you still in a homeless shelter? Because I mean, if you're just going to say like, "Oh, well, I don't have to worry about bills." Well, okay, cool, I guess, but it's like I would rather pay rent and other bills and have complete freedom of what I'm going to do each day and have extra money coming in than having a curfew and being relegated to eating whatever the shelter provides when I don't have any extra money. So I don't know, man. Like I don't know. We keep getting into this whole work or anti-work rant, and you just every time you just look dumb because you don't give any good reasoning on why you won't work.
Make excuses. You're just sitting here, literally. You know what it is, but it's because you don't like me. That's why you say this dumb shit. Seriously. Knowledge. Or they do have knowledge. You know what the fuck it is, but you just want to make excuses. You're just sitting here, literally. You know what it is, but it's because you don't like me. That's why you say this dumb shit.
I guess.
Seriously. Strawberry teeth, that is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. If you save money, you could eventually afford rent. If you pull whatever it is out of your ass, then it comes out of your ass. Do you see what I'm saying?
Wow,
That is
good one,
stupid.
Toph.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. If you save money, you could afford rent.
I mean, you could. Like, like, what do you mean? You could, because like you need you need a chunk of money to get into the apartment, and you need to have an income. It's like getting a place. It's really just that simple. You save up your first and last month, and you provide proof of income. That's all you have to do. And like even that is too hard for you apparently.
If you use your brain, then you would have known that someone already thought of that. That is not a new thought. Dumbass, hasn't somebody already tried that? I've seen people that have
You didn't
saved
try it.
money that literally can't afford rent. So what are we talking about? They paid their rent. Once the money for rent is paid, that means they're out of money. What are they going to do for the next month?
They're going to work, Tophia, so they can continue making money. Like that's how this whole thing works. You work, you earn income, you use the income for your living expenses, and if you're lucky, you have a little sum left over to save and treat yourself. Like you're acting like this is a foreign concept, as if you just spawned in to life yesterday.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. If you're equating saying that I'm spending money, you can't pay rent with $80. And not even $80. Because people, and here's the thing that I want to talk about, because people don't know the shit that they're talking about, and they go in comment sections and they do this when they should do this. Because literally putting in the comment section saying that she's like, one person commented under Ash 2 Trippy's video, she bought a TV, a Switch, and a computer, I think. If you have to think, if I bought a freaking computer, then that means you should shut the fuck up. Because if you don't even know if I bought a computer, then why are you even throwing that in there, considering the fact that does it look like I have a fucking computer?
Wow, Tophia. Oh my goodness. They were wrong about one thing. They were wrong about you buying a computer. But I mean, you've said that you want to get a laptop. And we know that you did, in fact, buy the TV and the Switch and a $50 popcorn bucket. And now you bought an Xbox, which I'm assuming arrived today. So I don't know, maybe she'll do a gaming stream tonight. Who fucking knows? But like, yeah, the criticism, it's valid.
No, I don't have a computer. I just literally said that I'm trying
But I do have a TV and a Switch.
to get a laptop that I can't afford. So I was trying to look in programs to help me acquire a laptop without having to pay for it. So why are
For what? A program to help you get a laptop? Like what what program would that be? Like, yes, the homeless woman, she needs a laptop. For what? Like, you're just buying shit that you don't need. You're just dumb.
are we sitting here saying shit we don't know nothing about? I think she got a computer. Does it look like I have a computer? No, I don't have a computer. So thank you. Why are people pocket watching? Why is Ash 2 Trippy still making videos about me? Like, girl, shut the fuck up. Go talk about Jelly Roll. Seriously. Like, her content switched to like, Jelly Roll because she's trying to make some money. Leave me alone.
Girl, it's just the topic of the week. She can talk about whatever the hell she want to talk about, just like you sit here and talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about. It's free game.
It's so annoying. You're pocket watching, but I don't pocket watch you. But who cares about the TV? I could save for the rent, right? But then what am I going to do for next month? Do you not see how stupid you sound?
You need a
Money for
job.
some rent so you could pay for 1 month, but you can't pay for the next month. You need first and last month's rent and a deposit. So you got to save for that too. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Oh, what are they going to do? I'm going to walk over to a place and be like, hey, so I got rent for the first month, but I don't got rent for next month. They need proof of income for you to live anywhere.
Then get proof of income. Like, duh. Like, it's like, you know exactly what you need, but the fact that requires you to work to actually get off your ass and do something, you just won't do it. Like, no shit, Tophia. Everyone that's in an apartment has proof of income. This is not a hard concept. This is not something new.
They're not just gonna say, oh, well, you can pay this 1 month, we'll let you in. You have to have an income coming in, because how are you gonna pay rent? What am I gonna tell them? Sorry, I got no income. I just saved for 1 month's
Why
rent.
don't you?
Some of you guys, it amazes me how you even passed elementary school. I'm amazed.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
everyone on here has a house and a home, or has a job and a home because they can't afford it. When you get fired, someone has said it to y'all and you don't listen. You could be one away from being in my situation. Jobs are not secure. You can have a job today and not have a job tomorrow. They can.
Yeah, you're right. And if you get fired, you go out and get another job. And, God willing, hopefully you've saved enough money to hold you over in between those jobs. But actively sitting here doing nothing is not the better option. It's just not.
Fire you for any reason. It doesn't matter. You don't even have to give them a reason and they'll fire you. What are we even talking about? Why are we even sitting here saying, well, I got a job don't mean shit when you could lose it in 2 seconds? You could end up homeless just like me. And if you think a job keeps you secure, then I want you to go thinking you're not going to get fired at your job, because that's the mentality of someone that thinks they're entitled.
It's more
Mr.
secure than
Invincible,
TikTok.
walking around with a bulletproof vest because you think nothing can touch you. And then, when you end up in my situation, then what are you going to do? I should have listened to you. I'm sorry. Now I have.
Listen, what do you mean I should have listened to you? So it's like I would take being in my apartment for a few years and then ending up homeless versus someone that is just content being homeless. Like, what are you talking about? You sound crazy, man.
Have a total understanding. Fuck off. Go the fuck away. Seriously. How is that being a hater? Well, then, you know what? When they lose their job, I'm not going to say I told you so. I'm not going to sit here and say I hope you lose
Just
your job, because
just wishing the worst on people because she's at the very bottom of the food chain. Just despicable.
I'm not going to be rude like that. But people feel like they're better than people because they have a job. I'm a hater, but they're walking around on a high horse saying I'm better than you because I have a job. Fuck you.
Dude, it's not even that you don't have a job. It's that you actively do nothing. Like, what can you point at and be like, I'm putting in work? You can't. Because, like, bruh, I've known great people that, had trouble finding jobs if they got fired. I didn't think any less of them just because they lost their job, because they were still actively grinding and trying to get out there, putting in applications, trying to get back on so they could keep taking care of themselves. You are content with just being a leech. And then you want to act as if we're on the same level. Like, no, bro, we're not. Sorry.
I don't care. You may be better than me because you have a job. No one gives a fuck. Well, if you're sitting in your house because you have AC, do you not hear the AC blasting? Or are you a dumbass bitch? Because I'm sitting in a place with AC. I'm
She's
not
really
hot,
feisty
so what are
tonight.
we talking about? The difference between me and you is you're paying rent. I'm not. So, and I don't have to have stress. I can talk about
Wow.
my problems and have a place to live and not have to pay rent. You're stressing out. You have issues, right? You have a lot of issues mentally. You can't take a break from work. Oh, if you're having a bad day, you can't have a bad day. I get to talk about my problems and be in cool air. What a blessing, right? I don't have to go jump to work to go get a job. I don't have to pay rent and struggle and try to figure out how I'm gonna pay my rent. At least you're making money. Well, I'm making money too. I'm making money on TikTok.
So, like, come on. Tophia, you literally just said, like, 2 streams ago that some days you literally only make cents for doing a live stream. You didn't even say dollars. You said cents. Like, no, you are not making any money for real, man. You almost couldn't pay your $50 phone bill. You have a grand total of less than $300 in bills, and you are struggling to do that. So you're still stressing. You might try to act like you're not stressing, but nah, before them that cameo money and shit came in, you was stressed because you already know if Tophia loses her fucking phone, she is, I don't even know, man. She's gonna flip out. She's really gonna linny up one time for the one time. Like, bro, you're in the same boat, but you are in a far worse position because not only do you not have, you don't have a reliable income, but even the income you have, it's minuscule. It's laughable. At the big age of 32, there are high schoolers that haven't graduated that are making more money per month than you. And you're just okay with this. So it's like, bro, yeah, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for you if people are talking shit about your financial situation. It's all on you, self-inflicted.
I already made money for my bills, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Good
Because
job,
if
I
I wasn't
guess.
making money, my phone wouldn't have been paid. First off, so I don't know what you was trying to do with that, but I'm making money. And I don't know when, but I'm going to be working with Timu again, so what was the point of that? I'm going to be making money too.
Okay, and you made what, 803 payments. You made $2,400 over the course of like 9 months, 9, 10 months from the last Timu ad. Am I supposed to be impressed? Like, that is nothing, bro. You're not making any money. If your monthly is probably well below $1,000 a month. So it's like, this is not impressive.
So now I'm a loser. I don't got a
You
government
are.
phone. I literally got an iPhone 13. And
Here
I'm not
comes the
on any
soda.
government program. I'm literally on the prepaid T-Mobile service. So no, I don't got a government phone. Because government phones don't have a lot of data. You don't get that much data. And you don't get unlimited data. Your data doesn't slow. It just cuts off. So I would have no data.
Shit, your data's not even really unlimited. Your shit gets throttled the first week of the month. Talking about, oh, I got money. Like, no, you don't, bruh. If you had money, you could at least go to another carrier or something.
So I'm not on a government phone because I literally have iPhone 13. I don't want that. You're not understanding. I'm not trying to be rude and you keep commenting
You
that,
are.
but I am not. That doesn't seem logical. First of all, my brother is not buried. Second of all, my mom is not going to move. Third of all, I'm not moving somewhere I don't know. Why would I want to move to Maine? Why do I have to move to literally be able to afford to live?
You don't. Because New Mexico is already cheaper as far as like the national average of affordability. It's already a cheap state to live in, but you have to actually fucking work if you want to afford to live. And working is not you just turning on a live stream for 2 hours each night and talking shit and talking down to your audience to make $1.50. Okay? That's not work. Get the fuck out of here.
That's what I talk. That's the stuff I talk about, right? Why should anyone have to move to another state to afford to live?
Then
That
don't.
shouldn't be a thing. It's not about affording to live. I'm on programs that I'm literally trying to. We're just trying to get housing. We have to wait. It doesn't work as fast as people would like it to.
You're
That's
trying
the
to milk
issue.
the system.
I'm not trying to get a job and work. I do not want to live to paycheck. I'm sorry. I just.
Tophia, you don't want to live paycheck to paycheck, but you're still living paycheck to paycheck. No matter how you slice it, you're living paycheck to paycheck. The fact that you almost couldn't come up with $50 to pay your phone bill, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Like, do you not see the irony in the shit that you're saying right now?
Just don't. People need to stop trying to force something on someone that they don't want. I do not want to work for someone and make them money. How is that benefiting me?
Make
When I
yourself
die,
money.
right? I want to make sure that my family has the money to be able to afford to bury me. What's going to happen? I don't want to leave my family with a financial burden.
Well, you know what? Jobs, they typically have life insurance policies and shit that would cover that, Toph. Like, you keep talking about you want to be financially stable and be able to take care of your family and all this, but like, how? Because getting into free housing, okay, sure, if you do get it, okay, you're good, but you still don't make any money to do all this other shit you're talking about. So it's literally, it's all talk. There's no action behind any of the shit you say that's going to lead towards the outcome that you say that you want. So you're just full of shit.
I want to be able to make a stable wage,
No, you
financial
don't.
stability. I'm not going to have financial stability if I'm working at a McDonald's. If there, I want to make it beyond.
That's the
I
only
want to
place you
make
can work,
beyond a living
apparently.
wage. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of seeing the
Not tired
people
enough,
around me
apparently.
struggle. I'm tired of seeing that. It makes me sad that I can't help the people around me, especially my mom. That comes first. And then the other people, because people have say, oh, that one time they mentioned a crush or something, and they're like, oh, she wants to help her crush before her mom, even though I stated my mom first, and you cropped that out of the video.
Nah, I
Stop
don't
lying
remember
to
that.
people and post the whole video. Ain't no way. Special education does not help you transition into adulthood because that's not what special education is. Special education is to help you in your classes because you're a slow learner. That has nothing to do with transitioning into adulthood because I'm not, just because I was in special ed doesn't mean I'm stupid. That doesn't mean I don't
You
know
are,
how to be
though.
an adult because I lived in a dorm and went to college out of high school.
One semester. Like, again, am I supposed to be impressed? You have not lived on your own for any significant amount of time, and you've been an adult for 14 years. One semester, like, okay. And it was probably included in the grant. You probably didn't pay anything for that. Fuck out of here.
I lived in a studio with my brother by myself. What are
How
we
long did
even
that
talking
last?
about? Why are we even talking about shit that don't even matter? I know how to function as an adult. A job does not make you an adult. A job makes you stupid. Because if you think
Those were her words. A job makes you stupid. But Tophia will swear that she's not talking down on 9 to 5 workers. She'll swear that she doesn't talk down on 9 to 5 workers. So we're gonna rewind this back. And I don't know if we have any clippers. I don't know if we have any clippers that didn't already get this, but we're going to take this back. Go ahead and clip this shit. So whenever she ever tries to say, I don't put down 9 to 5 workers, I don't hate on workers, remember this moment.
I lived in a studio with my brother by myself. What are we even talking about? Why are we even talking about shit that don't even matter? I know how to function as an adult. A
You
job
don't.
does not make you an adult. A job makes you stupid. Because if you think, why do you want to run and get a job knowing that you're going to struggle to pay your bills? Why?
But I don't. There, I said it. But I don't. I have a job and I pretty easily pay my bills and I still have a little money left over to save each month, which is nice. And I buy the stuff that I want, which isn't a lot. I'm y'all probably wouldn't guess it, but I'm actually a pretty introverted, chill person. I'm very much a homebody. I don't really go out a whole lot, but nah, bro. Like, and I'm sure, again, of course, not everyone's situation is like that. I'm sure, out of all the people that work in America, yeah, bro, probably 20-30% of people are struggling. It is rough. They are living paycheck to paycheck, really grinding. Hell, maybe even 50%. I don't know. I'm not about to dive into no statistics, but like, bro, even we could say half, but they're still paving their own way and doing what they got to do to live, while you are letting your life just pass you by, just passing by year after year. We're almost at the 1.5 year mark in the shelter. Like, so what are you doing? Again, like I said, Brother Chu died last March or April. By the end of that year, by the end of last year, Tophia could have been on her way, if not already into her own apartment, had some money saved up, been getting settled in at a new job. She'd probably be a few months into a job, but she chose not to do anything. So here we go, shelter to shelter to shelter. And now she thinks she's in this shit where she's just gonna be here forever. So now she's really just wasting all her money and stocking up on more junk. It's like, bro, you you have a storage full of shit and then you're buying even more shit. So when you inevitably get kicked out of this place for breaking a rule or your time running out, whatever the case might be, what are you going to do with all this shit? What the hell are you going to do with this TV? You just going to leave it behind? Give it to your roommate, I guess. Because we know Tophia, I can't carry that. I can't move that to the storage unit because she's lazy.
Why do you want to run and get a job so bad? Explain why you want to work somewhere standing 8 hours a day on your feet to not make barely nothing. Why do you do it? What do you love about your 9 to 5 job so much? Answer that question.
Money,
That's
Tophia.
a question for anyone that works a 9 to 5 job, and this is no hate. Why do you love going to work every day? First question, why do you love to go to work every day?
Money.
No, you don't love to go to work every day so you don't end up like me.
Yeah, I do.
Answer properly. Don't answer stupidly.
What? How is that a stupid answer? It's true. Because we work, we are not in your situation. Because if she's so dumb, and it's like she can't be this dumb. Is she's just willfully choosing to ignore that virtually everyone that works is doing just fine. And she's going to call that answer stupid. Like, Tophia, everyone's out here working and paying their mortgages or their rent, got cars, doing whatever, got kids. People got 2-3 kids and are working and are doing just fine. It might be a bit of a struggle, but they got their own place. They got their own car. and you think you're somehow beating the system, and you have nothing. You have junk. You just got an Xbox, a shitty Roku TV, and a Switch. You don't have anything. You have no property. You have no real property. It's like after all this time, you could have at least gotten a car by now, but no, you can't even be fucked to save for that. Like, just ridiculous.
Nobody is saying I'm going to work so I don't be like you. If you're
I
saying that you
am.
don't love to go to work, you literally just proved my thing.
Tophia, almost no one really loves going to work, but it's not about loving your job. If you can get a job that you love, that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like my job is pretty fucking cool. I like where I work at. When I say I love it, I don't know, but it's a really good job. I like it a lot. But yeah, it's not about loving going to work. It's about being a responsible adult and taking care of yourself. Because if that was because I mean, think about it like this, Tophia. If everyone just chose not to do shit, then there would be no programs to help you, because there would be no taxpayer dollars if everyone was just sitting on their ass like you. So look, and you enjoy the free ride as long as you can, I guess, because that's essentially what you're telling us that you're going to do. You enjoy that, and then when you finally run out of options and you are under the bridge, chilling in a tent with your trash can bonfire, trying to stay warm on those New Mexico nights, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear a damn thing about I'm struggling. I don't know what I'm going to do. We lost a storage unit. I don't want to hear it. I'm going to be laughing my ass off, and I'll be right here because I'm sure you'll still somehow come up with the $50 to pay your phone bill and go live and yell at us. I'll be right here to cover it. Don't worry.
Right? And for the one that says they sit all day at work, that's sitting all. I wouldn't want to do a desk job. Sitting all day is not good.
You don't
for
want to do
unless
any
you're
job.
exercising. You have one of those things under your desk where you're doing little exercises while you sit. Otherwise, sitting.
Tophia, you don't have a job and you don't exercise at all. You have literally all day to bust out a quick 15-minute routine, and I know you don't. I know you don't work out whatsoever. So like this is just another dumb excuse of, a desk job. Like, I mean, yeah, I could, but like, nah, if I don't have a way to work out, like, bro, you don't work out now. Like, what are you talking about? You just be saying shit to say it.
Sitting a lot, it's really damaging on your body to be sitting a lot. You have to get up and be at least doing some sort of exercises. I wouldn't want a job sitting because
all you do is sit.
Sitting
but okay,
all day is not good for you anyways. For the money to pay for my own things, here's the thing, right? You could get the money to pay for your own things without having to work a 9-to-5 job.
How?
So what's your question? You could make
how? Because if it's taking a chapter out of your book, I'm good. I don't want to try to survive on $300-400 a month because I don't have a job and I'm making money online. Like, no, I'd rather have a job. And then, if I want to make some extra money, sure, I can do the online thing as a side hustle. Tophia, duh.
Make loads of money online.
You don't,
I was
though.
having this discussion with someone, right?
Oh my God, here we go. Here we fucking go.
About, do you know all the opportunities there is online to make loads of money? People be making bank online. Let me tell you something.
Sure.
Working a 9-to-5 job to be able to afford the things you have is a lie, because here's the thing. Just as people are sitting here saying I'm spending my money on dumb shit, why would you spend your money on things that you want? Because then you're not putting away any money for an emergency fund. If your car breaks down, are you going to use whatever?
Bro, like what the fuck am I listening to right now? Tophia, are you really about to give us a lecture on how you need to have an emergency fund? Bruh, you couldn't pay $50. You didn't have $50 for your phone bill until someone came through clutch on Cameo. And you're going to tell us that we should be saving money? Bruh, every time you get money, you spend it. You just made that money to pay your phone bill. And what have you bought since then? An Xbox. and you keep buying DoorDash, which I'm assuming, like, these are some big ass meals that she be getting. I'm assuming each one of these DoorDash orders is probably like at least like a hot $20 to $25 with tip. Like, if she even tips. Knowing Tophia, probably fucking not.
For item that you spent all that money on to fix your car, people are not being financially. You shouldn't even be buying things that you want with your money. You should be saving for things that you need. If you're
Tophia, literally all you do is buy things you want. You don't need any of the shit that you have bought in the last 2-3 months. You didn't need the Switch. You didn't need the popcorn bucket. You didn't need the TV. And you sure as hell didn't need the Xbox right after buying a Switch. So what are we talking about right now?
you're not putting the extra money instead of buying that item aside to make sure that if your car breaks down, you can get it fixed. That's a you problem. You're not like there is no such thing as working a 9 to 5 job to buy the things that you need. There is no such thing. If I work a 9 to 5 job, I wouldn't be able to get anything if I wanted it. I wouldn't be able to buy graphic T-shirts, clothes, nothing. If you're doing all of that, then you know what I mean. I'm not talking about.
No, I don't fucking know what you mean. Like, I was expecting her to say like some expensive, crazy, extravagant shit. You couldn't buy graphic tees if you had a 9 to 5. Tophia, you said the minimum wage is $15 an hour in New Mexico. That's virtually one graphic tee an hour. If we're not gonna bring tax into it, but okay, every hour and a half. Like, what are? It's just dumb. It's so stupid. It really is.
About the stuff in the storage. Why would I need to talk about that? That's got nothing to do with anything. You know why I was able to afford that? Because I fixed the cars. I had money to fix the cars. You know that, right? I bought stuff and was
You bought one part one time. Like, shut up.
able to fix the cars. If I had a 9 to 5 job, I wouldn't have been able to go to Comic-Con. There's that. I wouldn't have been able to go to Comic-Con. I wouldn't be able to do most of these things. I would have had to save money aside for emergency funds.
You should be doing that either way. Like, bruh, I don't even know. I really just don't know what I'm listening to right now. Because, I mean, from what it sounds like she's saying if you have a job, then you need to save money in an emergency fund. But if you're making money online, then you can just do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, am I missing something, guys? Like, that's that's how I'm interpreting this right now, and it's stupid.
I have to do that because I made enough to do everything. Some of you guys really tried to throw things out there.
Everything but not get evicted.
And that stuff in the storage, my brother bought that stuff. I didn't pay for that stuff. And my brother knows about cars, so if something happened with his car, he could fix it. There's that. To literally be sitting here and be like, and then saying that, no, you don't have, right? You're not at a place where you can afford to buy things that you want. I'm at a place where I can't. You're not at that place.
Wow,
so
you're dumb.
To be like, what about the stuff in the storage? I was at a place to do so. I don't have a car, so I don't got to worry about whether or not if my car breaks down. Because if I had a car, I wouldn't be buying these things. The difference between me and you is you're not there. So to be talking about my stuff in storage, you should be talking about what you're going to do when your car breaks down and you can't afford to fix it. What are you going to do? Do you even have insurance? Like not homeowners insurance, but insurance in general. Did you know that you're supposed to have insurance when you live in an apartment too? Because if someone steals something or if the apartment burns down, how are you going to replace your valuable items? Are you paying for insurance? Did you know that? Because we went to State Farm to pay for insurance at the old apartment we were living there because they suggested we get insurance because our apartment was almost burnt down by the neighbor next door.
Nah, it was by Tophiachu. Stop the cap.
Did you know that? Some of you guys really aren't. And you talk about being adults. Is your place insured? What happens if your house burns down? What happens if you're a place that's in a natural disaster? If you end up in a hurricane? Do you have a plan of how you're going to... Do you have any sort of plan
Tophia, get the fuck out of here, man.
How you're going to replace your items? If you have no insurance and you end up in... And let's be honest, in places that have fires a lot or hurricanes, I don't know if it's places that have a lot of hurricanes, insurance companies won't cover you because they know that there's constant fires in certain places. What are you doing? Works apartments? Well, that's not where I'm at. So if you think that you're doxing me, you're not doxing me, Jane Johns.
Yeah, go
I
ahead
don't
and
know
block
why
him,
someone is
Toph.
sitting here literally thinking that they got it down. Coming and literally doxing someone online, that's crazy. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. You afforded a new tire, but how much did you pay for that tire? See, being savvy and learning how to live below your means, I don't have to pay $400 to $1,000 for a new tire.
Bruh. Oh my goodness. Bro, I might tap out. Like, hold on, how much? Oh my god, we're not even halfway through this. This is crazy. This is coming from the person. She's a car person, y'all. She loves cars. She knows so much about cars. But she literally just said, I don't have to pay $400 to $1,000 for a tire. One tire. She doesn't know shit. She doesn't know anything about anything. It's all a fucking ruse, man. Holy hell. A $400 tire. What is it made of? Kevlar? Like what the why would the tire be $400, Tophia?
I can go get a tire for cheap because I learned from my brother
A
where to go
used
get parts
tire.
for my car
Cool.
and not have to spend thousands of dollars. I don't need to save because I've already been savvy enough to learn where to
Wow.
go for cheap anything for my car. I don't have to pay loads of money to literally sit here and be like, oh, I bought new tires with my tire. Well, I can go get tires too. Sometimes I'm not going to spend all that money.
This is coming from someone that that's never bought their own car. She had the Buick for like a couple days or something, and then her brother gave it to somebody. Like, wasn't even registered in her name. Nothing. Like, bro, shut up. Oh my goodness. Like, if there's any children that do watch her streams, I hope they don't take anything she says seriously, bro, because she is just doing incredible, just a ridiculous amount of damage and misinformation, bro. This shit is crazy.
To be honest, if you're spending loads of money on a new tire, then how are you putting money away? You see, you're working to pay for a new tire. Can you save for a vacation? No, you can't save for a vacation. Who would want to live
You
like
can't
that? I would
either.
want to live at a point in my life where I'm like, oh, can I take a vacation or go to this concert? Or now I have to buy a freaking tire, so now I can't go to this concert. Now I
Tophia, you're living the way that you're living, and you've already complained about having to miss like 2 concerts this year because you don't have any fucking money. Like, what am I missing here, man? Like, you are speaking as if you are just way up here financially, and you're not. You are not even registering. You're not even on a meter, man. You are below the pyramid.
I can't do this vacation. You have to choose between what you want. You can't do all of that working a 9 to 5 job. There's no way. Unless you work a job where you
People
literally
literally
have a
do it
degree
every day.
and you work a high paying job.
No,
Otherwise, you can't do
Tophia.
all of that working a 9 to 5. It's about knowing how much money to spend and taking cheap. If you know how to be savvy, then you could travel anywhere for cheap. No, you can't.
Again, this is coming from someone that hasn't even left their fucking state. She's never been outside of New Mexico. She just talks. She just says things. But there's no experience to like back anything up that she's saying.
So here's the thing, right? Maybe you can. So you take that trip, right? Let's say
Okay.
you go take that trip. So then your car breaks down. Let's say the next day your car breaks down and you just got back on the trip.
Wow,
What's
that's
gonna happen?
convenient.
Now you're gonna be wishing you never spent money on that trip. Now you're gonna be wishing you would have saved money to fix your car. Again, you'll save money to go on a trip, and then you won't have no money for your car because you went on a trip. And
No, Tophia, that's some stupid shit that you would do. Because I wouldn't if I'm taking a vacation, I'm not saving up for just the vacation. I have you have a long-term savings that you try not to touch at all. Stupid. And then you save up for the vacation in a separate fund or, whatever. But like I still have money saved. I'm not spending what I'm saying. I'm not spending my entire savings to take a vacation. It's duh. Like that's some dumb shit you would do because your brain and finances, it's just warped. I don't know, man. Tophiachu didn't do any favors with this financial knowledge that he supposedly passed on.
And then now you're regretting your decisions of buying items and taking trips because you don't have the money. Oh, I wish I would have never bought this because if I had a saved up, then I would have had the money to fix my car. Then you start judging yourself and you start treating yourself badly because now you don't have the money to fix your car. And then you start replaying in your head, why did I buy this stupid item? Now I can't afford to fix my car. Why did I take that stupid trip?
That's literally you. Because watch, next month, if not next month, the month after, she gonna be struggling to pay this damn storage unit or phone bill again. And then she's gonna be the one, oh man, I shouldn't have bought that Xbox. I shouldn't have bought that. Well, she wouldn't because she's stupid. So she wouldn't even think that.
I can't get my money back from that trip. It's too late. You don't get refunds for that. Then here you are contemplating, have I ever had a car that's registered? I've had
No.
two cars. I don't know if they was registered. Wow.
If you don't know they were registered, that means no, because you have to go down and register them, Tophia. Like, but she wants to sit here and give us advice. Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Just
they work.
wow.
My brother drove them to work. One was a
Bruh, that is the dumbest excuse. I'm pretty sure they were because my brother drove them to work. Well, your brother was also driving the rainbow P. Diddy car around, and that wasn't registered. So she's bro, this can't be real life, man. I must be in a fever dream right now.
was a Buick. My brother gave me a Buick. It's on my page. I literally posted my car on my page. He gave it to a coworker who needed it to get to work. And I was like, oh, that's fine. If he needs it more
So
than
it
I do
wasn't your
because
car.
he needed it more than me. So he gave it to a coworker that needed it for work.
That
Then
was his
he
car.
got this small SUV. It was a small Ford SUV. He said, look, I'll get you another car since I'm giving him this one. I'm like, oh, it's okay. No rush, no worry. He gets a small Ford SUV. It had a nice radio in it.
Like, and Tophia, like, do you not hear yourself? You literally sound pathetic. Your little brother, your younger brother, bought you your first car, supposedly, and then he turned around and gave it away. And then he said he was going to go get you another car. And you holler about, don't worry about it. It's no rush. Go get your own shit. She said earlier, virtually everything in the storage unit is her brother's. She didn't pay for any of that stuff. Like, of course not, because all your money just goes to trinkets, bullshit, and food. Stuff in your gullet. This is ridiculous, man.
Man, I love that car. I went driving in both of them actually to learn to drive to get my license. So you had two cars.
Which
they were
never happened,
registered.
but sure.
My brother drove them. What was the point of your question? 140 does not allow me to have a roof over my head, and I could afford that stuff because I don't have to pay rent again. Why are you just pocket watching people? Isn't that weird?
What was 140, Toph? Is that the Switch? Is that the Xbox? Is that the TV? Because, anytime she starts throwing around specific numbers, it's something that she bought. Just,
Weird. I'm not doing what you want me to do, so that makes you mad. And because I won't do what you want me to
Not
do,
really.
that makes you mad. You're just trying to, not a flex. Well, I'm not trying to flex. People are asking questions and I'm answering. And then when I answer, all of a sudden it's flexing. But is it not flexing what people are doing in the comments saying, I have a house, I have a job, I make money, you don't, ha 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 ha?
no, it's not. When you literally called people that go out and get a job stupid. It's a rebuttal because your dumbass who doesn't want to get a job doesn't have any of the things that people with jobs have. Like an apartment, a house, a car, groceries. Spending money to go out and do things, spending money to go to concerts, spending money to save up and go on a vacation. All the things that you just outlined, you can't do it. But people that have jobs literally are doing it every single day. But sure.
Isn't that not a flex? All of a sudden, I'm just politely answering comments, and now I'm
No,
flexing.
no.
I'm not sitting here every day saying I had
You wasn't being polite when you was calling us all type of bitches and stupid asses. So no, you weren't being polite, Tophia.
cars, I had that, I spent this, I spent that. That's flexing. I don't gotta flex. To be honest with you,
You
being
can't.
myself, I could sit pretty and not have to pay rent at all.
No, you
Someone
cannot.
else will pay all my bills for me
No, they will
if I
not.
wanted to do that. You really want to talk about flexing? Let's talk about flexing. I don't go those routes. I want to make money, earn it by myself, to be able
No,
to
you don't.
say, hey, I got a house, I bought a house. I literally was live on another app. It was called Up Live. And this dude literally says, I'll pay all your bills in exchange for photos. I don't exchange photos. They said all your bills could be paid. I've had
And you believed it. Delusional. She's so delusional. It's like the whole thing with Miguel. Like, and you believed it. You really believe that some random guy would pay to see your photos looking the way you look. I'm not going to get into all that, but come on, let's keep it a buck. You really believed Miguel was a real guy that just he likes you so much, but hasn't even shared any pictures of what he looks like with you, and he's some rich business owner with properties in California and Hawaii, and you can live in one of the houses. You believe, like, bruh, you are crazy. She's literally insane.
had offers of my bills being completely paid for. That's not just the first time. I don't do stuff like that. If I wanted to go that route, I could. This is
No,
not
you couldn't.
flexing. I don't have to work hard for my money. Why do you expect me to have to go work hard for my money? Telling me that I need to go work hard. You go work hard. I don't want to work hard. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm done.
From
I've been
what?
in survival mode for years. I'm done. I'm tired of struggling of being homeless and trying to work so hard just to be
Well, see, that's the thing, Tophia, because like the two things that you're saying right now, they contradict each other. Because you just got done saying that you don't have to work hard for money. You know, you can make money easily. It's so easy. I don't need to work hard. But then you turn around and say, I've been struggling and homeless. I've been struggling for years, my entire life. So, like, which one is it? I think it's the latter. I think it's just that you're struggling and it is hard to make money. That's what I think.
homeless. I'm not gonna go work a job and be tired. I'm physically and mentally exhausted.
Sure.
I cannot work a job. I'll be falling asleep at my job. I'm tired all of the time. My disabilities make me tired all the time. I'm not
Now she has disabilities again. She didn't have mental disabilities last stream. Now she has disabilities this stream. But she has disabilities, but she can't get on disability. Like, get the fuck out of here.
lazy if I get up and have to do things every single day. How am I lazy? I don't get
Like
to sleep all
what?
day. I don't even get
Yes,
to
you
sleep all
do.
day. I gotta
You've literally told us that you slept all day and then been was watching movies from the time you woke up. You don't do anything all day. Like, what are you talking about?
get up early and start my day, and my whole day I'm doing something for the whole day until I get home at night close to 10 o'clock, and then I'm able
Cap,
to go to sleep, and then I can't
cap,
even go to sleep because I have to go live on TikTok to make the money for my bills.
to
I don't
make
even
my
get an ounce of sleep,
$1.
and when I do get off to get some sleep because I gotta be on for a couple of hours, then I get off and I'm able to go to bed. Otherwise I have to do it all over again. My whole day is busy. I don't even get a chance to. And some days, if I'm up because I can't sleep, I'll be up till 1 o'clock, and then my whole day is ruined because I can't go to sleep, and now I gotta stay awake for the whole day and do it all over again with no pay while having to talk about how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, that I don't feel good enough because I can't afford to live. These are the things that
You're
just
not.
really messes up my day because people think that I have no value whatsoever,
You
that
don't.
I lack
Honestly.
value because I don't have a job. God forbid, I
No, it's not. Again, it's not just about you not having a job. It's the fact that you put in no type of action. You don't do anything. You keep saying you do all this stuff, but like nothing is happening. Housing isn't happening. The bills are barely getting paid. You say TikTok is your job, you don't post content. You don't do anything. Besides, all you do that we can really see is that you go live, and you told us that you make change per live. Some days, yes, I'm sure some days are better than others. Maybe some days you make $5-10, but most days you're probably making $1 or $2. Like, it's not impressive.
Can't afford to live, then that means I'm not even a human being. I'm not even an adult. I'm just a stupid idiot that can't even work.
Yeah.
These are the things that gets told in my brain, and it sets me back because it's just fuck. Look at all these people saying this shit, and I really frankly don't care. You got a job, you got a house, kudos to you. But can you honestly sit here and think for a second that you deserve any of that when you talk
Yes.
down on people? Do you think God?
Oh, no. The reason that you get talked down on is because you also talk shit. Tophia acts like this is just a one-way street where the whole audience is just piling on her, and she's just a positive beam of sunshine that never says anything nasty or negative back. You literally called everybody that goes out and get a job stupid earlier. So yes, I do feel like I'm better. I'll say it. Fuck it. Whatever. Yes, because I do deserve the things that I have, because guess what? I went out and worked for it. I went and traded my time in order to get the money to put myself in the apartment and put the food in the fucking fridge and pay my electric bill, pay for my car, my gas, insurance, life insurance for God forbid if I ever pass. My mom and sister don't have to come up with the money to bury me because they're going to get a fat fucking insurance policy. Like, yes, I deserve it, Toph. That's long story short. Yes, I feel like I deserve it.
A lot of you guys literally talk about religion, right? Let's talk about God. Most of you guys are Christians and you're doing this stuff. Do you think God was walking around talking about how he had all of this stuff, how he was all rich and he had all this money? God never needed anything.
Well, first off, I'm sure you're talking about Jesus, because God wasn't down here just walking amongst us like that. But sure, I guess. And Jesus was a carpenter. So if you're going to say, like, did God need to work or did Jesus need to work? He still worked. So just, like, shut up. Just, like, stop bringing religion up, because you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
God never needed or wanted anything. He was provided for. They fed 5,000 people off of one loaf of bread. How is that possible? How is it possible to feed all these people with a few fish? Make that make sense, right? Miracles happen, right? And we're sitting here having a discussion, fighting with people instead of the system, because someone did literally tell you all this. The system is fucked up. The system is built for people to not be able to provide a living wage, and you're arguing with me. This is what they want. They love seeing poor people fighting with each other. It's gladiator style because they're laughing at that. This is what rich people get off on, is seeing poor people struggle. It's a game to them. It's like a poor person's game. Pooropoly. Someone should make a game like that. The rich just watching the poor and using them as a pawn. These things, you don't have enough money to survive right now if something was to happen. The 1% of rich people will survive before you. Well, how are you going to be able to survive anything like an apocalypse, whatever the case may be?
Like, bro, did she really say an apocalypse? Like, Tophia, shut up. Just be quiet. Like, if it's an apocalypse, bro, it doesn't matter if you are poor as hell or you make $1 million a year. Like, it's an apocalypse. Majority of people are going to be cooked no matter how much money they earn. Now, yeah, of course, like, if you're talking like I don't know, like some crazy like asteroid shit or some nuclear fallout. Okay, then yeah, the billionaires, the people that have like stupid, ridiculous amounts of money for underground bunkers and all that. Yeah, but like Joe Schmo that makes $500K a year, he's probably cooked too. Like, it doesn't matter.
You couldn't afford it. What was scary and sad to see is like California with this whole fire situation, right? That fire in California, what happened there? Rich people was able to survive and some people can't. And there was a lot of celebrities that did lose their houses that couldn't rebuild. But what about those that aren't rich and didn't have money to rebuild? But even though some of those rich people couldn't rebuild because they didn't have money like that,
it's a tragedy.
Still crazy to think You can pass away in a fire because you couldn't afford to survive. It's all about money. It's all about. It's not deflection from what. When I
Like Tophia, just because you have money doesn't mean that you would just survive that type, bro. Like that fire was like insane. It was damn near statewide. Like, what are you talking about? If it would have just crept up in their sleep, they wouldn't have known. They could have got taken out too. Duh. Like I don't know, brother. Just the logic is it's just not there. It's really not.
when I see people, especially kids, dying from
Come
cancer because they
on.
can't afford cancer treatments like chemo because they can't afford to live, I don't know what to tell you. Chemo treatments are $100,000. So you know what is scary? If I have kids and my kid ends up with cancer, I can't afford that. So what am I gonna do?
I mean, are you just going to live your life based on like the what if of every worst scenario that could potentially happen? Okay, then just stay fucking locked in your fucking shelter for the rest of your life and don't do anything at all. Well, which, I mean, that's essentially what she was doing the past decade of just doom scrolling in the apartment. Just don't do anything then, because yes, at any time something bad can fucking happen. Hello, it's reality. It's just life, bro. Shit happens.
I have to watch my kid die because my kid can't afford to survive. This is the shit that I talk about because you guys love to talk about things that are not what's important. That's important. People are dying because they can't get medications that save their lives. My mom is struggling, right? She doesn't have to pay for her
You ain't helping her.
medications. Someone stole her medications. Those are medications she needs to for her health problems. That's fucked up. And why
Why don't you go buy her some more, Tophia? Oh, that's right. You wasted your money on an Xbox.
did they steal her medications? Probably to get high off of it, or probably because they couldn't afford the medications themselves, so they stole it. This is the America we live in. We're arresting people for stealing food, for stealing sandwiches because they're starving. Who said there is no such thing as choices? What concert did I attend? The Jonas Brothers concert? How long ago was the Jonas Brothers concert? Why are we still talking about
There's no such thing as choices, only options.
a concert from a long time ago? What concert? I'm not going to any concert, so what are you talking about?
We know because you're broke.
You're saying
We
I would
know.
rather be homeless for a concert. What concert? I didn't go to no concert. Are you talking about that Twista event? The event
It
that I
was
went to for
free.
Twista was free. That's a free event. That was a voting event. It was an event put on by the city of Albuquerque for free. And if you think I'm going to miss seeing Twista for free, you're stupid. Why would I miss a free event to see a celebrity that came to perform for free? Look it up. The Twista event was free. I didn't pay for that. It's not lie because the two girls that took a picture with me will tell you it's free. The whole event was free. I even got free food from a food truck because they had vouchers for the food trucks. And you go up and they have a free side. Why are you telling me I'm lying? I didn't pay to go see Twista.
It was free.
It was
For the record, that event, it was free. I already looked it up back when she went.
free. Look up free Albuquerque event with Twista. You can Google it. It'll tell you it was free. What do you mean I'm lying? I didn't even have any money to spend. I don't even know what you're talking about. Whatever it is, you just want to argue with me at this point. The people that secretly filmed me that were there knows that that event was free. Everything there was free because it's to get people to vote. Because it was an upcoming voting for something. I think it was governor or mayor or something like that. Upcoming votes.
What do you mean? You think? I thought Tophia. I thought voting was important. I thought you take voting very seriously. You know, you can't just mark Republican or Democrat. You got to fucking look into the people. You don't even know what the event was for. You just know it was for voting for something, but you don't know. Mrs. Like, she's so full of shit, man. She contradicts herself constantly. It's unreal. How do you not even know what the event was for? If it was for to vote for, you know, some state or city official, you don't even know, but you swear up and down that you take voting so seriously because if you're not voting, you're not helping. You're not helping to change anything. Like, bro, just talking out of her ass, man.
They had free zip lining. All the vendors weren't free to buy it. People were selling homemade cookies. People were selling jewelry, tumblers, all kinds of stuff, right? But the whole event was free. To see Twista was free. They didn't even just have Twista, they had other performers performing for free. But this event was to get people to go vote. So yes, it was a free event. I saw Twista for free. I didn't have to pay. Whenever I go to these events, especially for the city of Albuquerque, if you don't know, there's a lot of free events in New Mexico. Every June through August, they have Summerfest. Summerfest is free, and a lot of older famous singers come to perform for free. I'll tell you, Morris Day and the Time, we were gonna go see him for free. He came for free. Morris Day and the Time is a group that was started by Prince. I saw Sheila E. for free. I saw Taylor Dane for free. I could see celebrities for free if I want to. Because I
don't give a fuck. I don't care. Is that a flex? I can see celebrities for free if I want to. Okay, congratulations, I guess.
I pay for things. They have free events every Friday with music. They now have food truck parks. A lot of food truck parks in Albuquerque with DJs where you can just go sit. You don't have to buy food, and you could have enjoyment for free. When I go somewhere, I don't pay for anything because it's free. And if I do choose to go somewhere and pay for it, that is my business. I do a lot of things for free. You know why? Because you don't know how to live.
Because you don't have money, so you don't have a choice.
Instead of sitting home being bored, then you sit home and be bored. I don't have to be bored with no money. I can go do things and enjoy life for the free. Because you don't have to pay these events. You walk in, it's free. Nobody's paying for me. And if I have to pay somewhere, then I'll pay it myself. Unless if someone offers. What do you mean, well, homeless? I was not homeless. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you were.
I was in a place. I only paid $40.
You was in a shelter. You were homeless. The fuck?
For the ticket. If you're gonna complain about $40, then there's something wrong with you. It only costed me $40 because I went through TickPick. I didn't even pay any extra fees. I paid a flat $40 to go see the Jonas Brothers. And how long ago was that? And you're still bringing it up? The last concert I went to was free. So why are we still talking about paying? The Twista concert was free. Do you not get that through your head? I have to keep repeating it because you're slow. And you move slow and you don't hear what I'm saying. You're talking about $40. You're
No. Don't. You're slow. You move slow. Like, no. You're trying to call us stupid. But isn't that ableist? Isn't it ableist to say that we're slow, Tophia? Isn't that like using like a slur that would be against people that are mentally handicapped, calling us slow? It's very ableist of you, Toph.
Complaining about $40. That is not even of your concern.
Girl, we not complaining about 40. You was complaining about $50 when you didn't think you was gonna be able to pay this phone bill. So stop it.
Mind you, when I went to go see the Jonas Brothers, my mom was with me. She didn't go to the concert, but she was there. We were together at one point. So what is your whole point? I literally don't get it. I think she was there at that time. I don't know.
Wow.
No,
Okay.
not. I don't know. But it doesn't even matter. If you're complaining about $40, then you got issues, girl. Because why? Do you want $40? Just say you need $40 and then you wouldn't have to complain. I didn't pay. I paid $80 for. What did I pay $80
oh my goodness.
for? Now we're on this $80 bullshit. What did I pay $80 for? I never paid $80 for no concert. Are you stupid? Yes, I paid $200 to go see BTS, but I was living in an apartment. I had the apartment at the time I went to go see BTS. That's the most I've only paid for a concert, was $200 plus the other stuff. I paid a lot. I didn't pay a lot of money to go see BTS. $80 for what? I didn't pay $80 for a concert. I've never paid $80 for a concert. The Backstreet Boys concert was free. My brother paid for me and got me the Backstreet Boys t-shirt. I didn't pay for that. The only concert I've ever paid for was the Jonas Brothers. Oh, and Post Malone, but I had a place at that time when I went to go see Post Malone. And at that time, I don't even remember what I paid for Post Malone because I didn't use TickPick. Why are we literally pocket watching someone? Is that not weird? I haven't been to that much concerts because I couldn't afford concerts. So my life growing up, the only concerts I went to were Summerfest, and those are free because you can go to concerts for free.
Man, you're just living like, you know, such a great life where only things that you can do is you can only go to the free events. You can't go to the things you actually want to go to. Just the free shit, you know, and then of course the BTS. She'll scrounge up the money for that. But yeah, Toph, you definitely got life figured out, man. You gotta give it to you.
BTS was when I had an apartment. So why are you saying I went?
You didn't have an apartment. Your parents had an apartment because you were 27, 28 years old living at home with no plans on ever moving out. But sure, yeah.
To BTS. Yes, I went to BTS because I had an apartment and the rent was paid. What are we talking about? My rent was paid and
You
I
didn't
was able
pay
to
it.
go see BTS.
Why is she acting like the apartment was her apartment when they were using it was Tophiachu's money paying for the apartment? Why is she trying to make it seem like it was her shit? Like, Toph, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yes, the BTS was like $200, but that's because I got my ticket from Twitter and I actually got scammed. And then was able to get a refund. And then I bought my ticket. Mind you, I was on a payment plan for my ticket. Luckily, because
Wow.
on like places where they sell tickets, they wouldn't have done a payment plan. I was able to do a payment plan because someone on Twitter was nice enough. I had found this person after I got scammed. So I did everything right to bet that the tickets were legitimate. Everything that I've learned from people being scammed, I used that knowledge when I tried to acquire BTS tickets. What happened was is that even getting all the information for the tickets, I still ended up getting scammed. I made sure I had
Of
them
course
send
you
me
did.
screenshots. I had them send me all kinds of stuff before I went into buying the tickets. And then when everything seemed legitimate, I'm like, oh, this is legitimate. I went and I bought the tickets and turns out it was a scam. So then I had to
Womp
contact
womp.
PayPal to get my refund back. And then in the process, I was looking for tickets. This person, I explained to them I had just gotten scammed and that I don't have the money, but once I get the refund, I will pay them their ticket. I was on a payment plan. So they're like, oh, here's what you can do because I had a certain type of money. So I paid for half of the ticket. And then when I get to Vegas, they said, once you get to Vegas and you get up to Allegiant Stadium, what you're going to do is I'm going to give you the ticket, send it to you so you can get in. And I'm like, cool. They sent it to me. I got in. I paid them off. So I paid off. The tickets paid off. I was on a payment plan because I got scammed. But thankfully
Pathetic.
enough, this person was nice enough to do that because some people don't.
I wish they would have scammed your ass too. So you could have just been sitting outside the stadium looking stupid and out of $100. But I digress.
Because I could easily say, hey, can I pay half now and pay half later after the concert? Because I could have went to the concert and not paid them off. I could have scammed them out of a ticket, but I didn't because I'm not that type of person. I got scammed buying BTS tickets. And I've never had unsuccessful ticket buy from Twitter because I bought tickets before from Twitter. When I wanted to go see BTS in LA, PTD LA. When I was going, I bought tickets from Twitter and my tickets were legitimate. I never had an issue.
Don't care.
And then I ended up having to sell my ticket and sold my tickets because I couldn't make it. Or no, I don't know if I sold it or what happened. I think I did. No, I wasn't 3 months behind when I went to see BTS because I didn't even know I was 3 months at that point. I was 3 months behind when I went to Comic-Con and I didn't. Sorry, the 20% battery came up. I'll tell you what happened. So COVID hit.
Here we go.
When COVID hit, you had to pay your rent online. They had an online payment for rent because we're under lockdown. So how are you going to pay your rent, right? So you
Online.
had to take a money order and pay your rent. You had to pay rent with a money order. We would go get a money order for the apartments and pay the rent. So we started paying the online. My dad said he had a bank paying the rent. I knew he didn't have a bank paying the rent. It was his mind telling him he had a bank paying the rent because he has mental illness, right? At that point, when he said he had a bank paying the rent.
So stupid.
Then what ended up happening is that we checked online and we told them, hey, it says zero. It says we don't owe any rent. And we had a conversation with them. How much do we owe? Because it's showing zero. They said, well, ma'am, they told us, they said, well, you have to wait till it shows how much you owe. You can't pay until it tells you how much you owe. And we were like, oh. So we waited. Mind you, 3 months went by and they didn't even, there was nothing that showed.
Like, bruh, if you, like, see, you and Mama Chu are both dumb because now this is like some extra details that's coming out, right? Because we covered the eviction stream a while ago. So now you're telling me that off the jump, you knew that Tophiachu was not paying the rent. His little story about some bank or whatever, that was some bullshit, okay? You went and talked to the office, and for whatever reason, they couldn't tell you how much y'all needed to pay, which sounds, that doesn't sound, it's rent. Like, you don't need them to tell you how much to pay. It's rent. You should know how much your rent fucking is each month. So that doesn't make any sense either. and then you waited 3 months knowing that Tophiachu wasn't paying the rent, but the portal still just said 0. And in those 3 months, y'all didn't think to get back in contact with the office, figure like, hey, we haven't paid the rent. The portal hasn't updated. It still says 0. Can somebody look into this? Something like just the most dysfunctional family to ever grace the internet. This shit is crazy.
Showed we owed rent for 3 months. 0. Every single day we checked it. There
No, y'all
was
didn't.
nothing there that said we owed rent. All of a sudden, they show up after I had went. Mind you, I prepaid for Comic-Con. I didn't know because it was last minute. Mind you, no one. And here's the thing, people.
But you did know. You just told us that the rent wasn't getting paid and that y'all were checking it every day for 3 months. So if you know the rent's not getting paid, why the fuck would you spend money on tickets to go to Comic-Con? Again, your story, it doesn't add up, Tophia. You're full of shit.
Don't understand because their logic does not make sense.
No,
are
yours
sitting here
doesn't.
Telling me when it's mind you, it was the weekend of or the next weekend. It is too soon for someone to pay the amount of money. I would have had to cut my losses on my Comic-Con tickets. The amount I paid for it, I would have had to sell them for a lot less because no one's going to buy Comic-Con tickets
You should have.
that close to Comic-Con. Especially the whole package. The whole VIP stuff, I would have had to lower my price because first of all, people plan for Comic-Con. They dress up. A lot of people dress up, cosplay, all of that. They have to plan for their transportation. Buses weren't free at that time. I think maybe they were free. I don't know. But to plan for transportation, to plan what you're going to do for Comic-Con, all of that takes way before Comic-Con. And you're sitting here expecting me to sell my tickets last minute.
Yes.
Right, you wanted me to sell my tickets last minute. No one's going to buy my tickets last minute for Comic-Con. It's already too late. That's trying to sell tickets the day of the...
But you don't know that. Not everyone is a broke-ass person like you. Maybe there was someone that really wanted VIP tickets and, they ran out. They sold out because I'm assuming there's only so many spots for VIP at each Comic-Con, I would imagine. And maybe you could have sold them for, you might have lost $400 on them. Or, I don't know how much these damn tickets are. But yeah, you're going to take a little loss. But it would have made more sense to do that. At least tried to sell them. You didn't even try. At the end of the day, you never try. You could have at least tried to sell the tickets to see if you could get some of that money back. But no. I want to go to Comic-Con. I already bought the tickets, so we're going to Comic-Con, even though we're about to get evicted. But, okay.
The concert. Maybe someone might buy tickets the day of the concert if you know how to sell. But nobody, you have to prepare. If people are desperate and they're looking for concert tickets the day of, then maybe they might pay. But I'm not going to cut my losses. It was just like, hey, I'll just go because no one's going to buy those tickets. And I'm not going to struggle and have the hassle of trying to sell my tickets and then nobody buys it. And then here I am and my brother decided he's going to go to work and not take the day off because he's like, oh, I'll just go into work. And then I'm screwed. How am I going to get there? And then how am I going to get there?
Again, because at the end of the day, it's all about you. It's all about Tophia at the end of the day. Because I think Comic-Con was literally a week or two after they got the eviction notice. The whole eviction stream happened. And that's when they were like, the rental office gave them like another 30 days or something to try to get the money together. Like, Tophia, you're irresponsible as fuck, man. You really are. You're just so irresponsible. It's actually sickening.
Because then my brother just decided to go to work because he thinks I'm selling my tickets, and then what if I don't sell them? I just didn't want to go through all of that. Yes,
Of
thank
course
you, Mom.
not.
Yes, I would have to sell at a loss, and no one's going to buy tickets anyways because it's too close.
Did she say thank you, Mom? Is Marie in there fucking agreeing? Oh my God. I can't. This whole family's stupid. I'm gonna go back and I want to hear what she said.
Because he thinks I'm selling my tickets, and then what if I don't sell them? I just didn't want to go through all of that. Yes, thank you, Mom. Yes, I would have to sell at a loss, and no one's going to buy tickets
Oh, my
anyways
goodness.
because it's too close. Comic-Con.
This is why, like, Tophia, she's never going to improve because she has her dumbass mom right behind her, encouraging and defending every single stupid decision that she makes. I know Toki has said it a shit ton of times, but yes, Tophia, your parents failed you. And Marie is continuing to fail Tophia by not pushing her to do something to get them out of this damn shelter.
Was too close. Nobody's gonna buy tickets last minute unless they're really desperate, right? But then again, there's a lot of planning that goes into Comic-Con. It's not just going there. Literally, from the time that I know, around the time that they drop who's going to be at Comic-Con, I look, because then I plan what signatures I'm going to get, how much money I need to set aside, how much money I need to pull out. I am planning my whole thing. I don't cosplay, right? I don't go dress up in cosplay. I really,
thank God,
have considered probably dressing up and cosplaying, but mine is budgeting. I budget for Comic-Con because I'm like, I'm not going to spend this much. This is how much I'm going to spend. I don't need to go over this. I don't need to spend this much amount of money. You don't need to spend a lot of money.
Tophia, you spent $1,000 that weekend. Like, what do you mean? Like, if the budget was just like, we're just buying as much shit as I possibly can, even though we're in the middle of getting evicted. You idiot. Like, again, like I said back in the eviction videos, like, okay, you know, you already got the tickets. Let's just say you can't find anyone to buy them. Okay, whatever. You already have the tickets. You can, like, it wouldn't have even been a thing if you just went to Comic-Con that weekend. But the fact that you and your family got 20 autographs over the course of that weekend, on top of the VIP package tickets, which all in all came out to over $1,000 for that weekend, while y'all are actively trying to get money together so you don't get evicted. Like, you are stupid. You're dumb. You really are. And it's like, you're still sitting here trying to justify these decisions. You just refuse to take accountability, because what sense does it make to go above and beyond getting all these damn signatures that don't mean anything? They're just sitting in the damn storage now. Probably done got ate up by some fucking rats or something. What was the point of spending all that money? You could have put that money towards trying to pay at least trying to pay the rent off. And if you couldn't get enough money together to pay the rent, then you would have had more money for the motel arc. But no, we need autographs. Just goofy.
I'd love to take pictures with all the people I got autographs from, because that's memories to me that I can post on my page. Dumb. You know what I mean? Because I would have loved to take a picture with Edward James and have that memory of, oh, look, we met Edward James. I have that cares? Memory, that photo of taking a picture with Mick Foley. I went on my brother's Facebook and he has the picture of him with Sergeant Slaughter. Mind you, that was a free photo because I had the VIP package, so it's one free photo, one free autograph. I used my free autograph to get Mick Foley's signature. I paid for the picture, which was not that much. But Sergeant Slaughter, my brother was like, ooh, he's like, can I? He goes, since you're getting the free autograph, can I get the free photo? And I was like, sure. So I let him use the free photo, and he was so excited to meet Sergeant Slaughter. Man, that made his whole day. And he took a picture with him. You can see he was so excited. And I have those memories. Here's the thing that sucks, right? The last time we went to Comic-Con with him, and I didn't go last year, which is okay, but for me it sucks because not having an ample amount of money to make memories sucks, because those are the things that I really enjoy. Is my mom being happy, going to Comic-Con and meeting these people and talking to people. My mom had a whole conversation with the actress from Halloween Town, the one that played her mother in Halloween Town.
Well, you would have money to do all this if you just went and got a job, but sure, go ahead.
We had a whole conversation and she talked to my mom about hearing aids. It's things like that. We talked to the Crypt Keeper. I literally had a conversation with Jim Cummings, the voice of Winnie the Pooh. These are things that it makes me sad, because if I work a 9-to-5 job, I won't be able to afford that. Comic-Con would be too expensive. Bro, the reason why I do what I do with my social media is to create memories for people and make life enjoyable for people.
No, it's not. No, that bruh. No, no, it is not. You do not care. That's not the reason that you do social. Like, stop the cap, man. You do social media because it's the laziest way for you to make some form of income without really doing anything. I'm going to just sit here and just speak my mind about absolutely nothing and be loud and wrong and tell people that I don't wipe and I don't know what antibacterial soap is. Why would you need that? Like, no, bro. No.
I see my friends struggling. It sucks because it's just like I want them to be happy and we can take trips and just enjoy life and not have to struggle anymore. This stuff makes me sad because you can create memories without having to pay for it. You could do all these free things, but it's just like, why? People miss most of their children's lives because they're working 8 hours a day and then they gotta go to sleep and do it all over again. They cook, they clean, they don't even have time to spend time with their children sometimes because then they gotta go to sleep and get up for work. They're missing most of their child's lives, struggling to work. Why should anyone have to go through that? These are the things that I think about. Well, I tried to work at 16,
I
that didn't
guess.
work. And working at 12, that's not okay because that's actually against child labor laws. But I didn't know that Subway hires at 14. So I probably could have worked at Subway. But all I know is I tried to work at McDonald's because my dad, he knew the manager and he was going to talk her into giving me a job. But they changed the labor laws, so you had to be 18 for them to hire you. They said they couldn't hire me because I wasn't 18. So then
So why didn't you go back when you turned 18?
when I went at 18, or no, when I went at 16, they said you have to wait 2 more years and then we'll hire you. And then that didn't work out.
Of course.
It was
Of
a lot
course.
because after that I just went straight to college. I graduated high school at 18, went straight to college. 12-hour shifts? Oh, that's crazy. I could not work a 12-hour shift. That's wasting most of my life at a job. I wouldn't even get to experience anything because I'll be at my job all the time. No, it's not. Look up the child labor laws. When I was in school, which was 16, which was because I graduated high school at 2012, 11, 10. So it would have been in 2010. That was not a lie. My dad worked at
You don't even know what year you graduated? Like, bro, what the fuck? You had to, like, count that up? That's wild. But okay.
that McDonald's. So he talked to the manager and he said, hey, he said, we went down there. We went to talk to her about me working a job. I wanted to be able to buy my own clothes. I couldn't afford. My parents would take me to Goodwill, which there's nothing wrong with going to Goodwill. I love going to the stores for clothes. My thing was my parents couldn't afford to buy clothes. So if my clothes had holes in them, little holes, or if my clothes, I had to wear it like that. Like shoes, I had to make my shoes last. I wanted to be able to have a cell phone, pay a phone bill, buy my own things while in high school. But what happened was is that she said she couldn't hire me because I was not 18. She said, you come back in 2 more years and we'll hire you. Oh, God, my nose is itchy. Sorry. I need to go get some sleep. Look at these stickers.
Girl,
They're
we
like
don't
nail
care.
stickers that you put on your nail, and they're like butterfly designs. I'm a stupid old bitch. You got me. Telling me to unalive myself is crazy. They're not ugly. I like them. I wouldn't wear these because they're not practical. They're coming off. It comes off easily, but it's pretty on there. Well, if you're talking to my mom, then I gotta block you. Because telling my mom to kill herself, that's fucked up. I ain't gonna let you talk to my mom like that. You better watch what you say about her. Telling my mom to kill herself. Your mom should have killed herself. If that's the case,
Okay,
don't say
Toph,
that because you don't want me to
relax.
get rude. I'm trying not to be rude. Having you as a daughter, she should have killed herself. You see how that works? Don't do that because you're gonna make me mad. And I'm trying not to say things that are rude. So let's
Um,
not.
she gonna, like, you gonna fuck around and get suspended from your job again, Tophia. You gotta relax, bro.
Yes. Anyways, have a good day or night where you guys are. And don't say whoa, because they told my mom to kill herself. So if they want people to be nice to them, then they shouldn't say stuff like that. They ain't gonna talk to my mom like that. Anyways, have a good day or night where you guys are.
Goodbye. Well, yeah, just, oh man, I mean, this live was something. Like, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This was a tough one to get through because she stayed on the whole work subject for like a long time. And I'm just extremely adverse to people that are not willing to pave their own way. It's like one of the most infuriating things to me. Like, oh, life is so hard and society, man. But it's like, yeah, but you're not trying. If you were at least trying and dealing with those things, then yes, I can feel you. I can empathize. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? But when you're just not doing anything at all, but you swear that you're so busy all day, but it's like, doing what? You're in a shelter and it doesn't seem like they make you do anything. You don't do any chores. From what you said, you're in an apartment, so it's not even like there's like a common room area that would need to be like cleaned up by, on a I don't know, like a shift rotation or something. Like none of that. It's just she's just lazy. And it was a lot today. But with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed the commentary. Thank you all so much for watching today. And yeah, hope y'all having a good weekend. And with that, y'all be safe, be kind to each other, and I will see you all very soon.